at the end of the day, I want to deal with a human
Okay.
for many reasons. But I really also am convinced that AI can play a role. Can you work 24/7, Joa?
Definitely not. Not at my best.
Exactly. So
When we talk about AI today, we often focus on productivity, but what about responsibility?
Hello, and welcome to Back into Alignment, the podcast where we connect with thought leaders and change makers shaping our world. Today, I'm honored to have with me a true visionary in technology and digital transformation, Elyes Elair, with 18 years of experience transforming challenges into digital opportunities across transportation, engineering, healthcare, and banking. Elyes has been at the forefront of innovation. Since 2024, he's led digital transformation and AI projects on major UAE organizations and ministries, and was recognized with the Global Digital Catalyst Award for outstanding digital leadership. He also served as a member of the Harvard Business Review Advisory Council, contributing insights on AI and digital trends globally. Elyes, welcome to the podcast.
thank you very much, Joa, to invite me. I'm very happy today to be with you again, discussing about, as you know, a very, I would say, exciting topic, which is AI, innovation technology. More than
Yes.
happy. Yes.
I am excited to have you again. I follow your LinkedIn every day, and you are really stepping up into presenting AI in a way where everybody gets engaged. And I love that because we must be part of it. Actually, last time we spoke about being curious about AI, and that was the topic. I'm wondering now, after about 5 months since we've spoken, how has been for you the approaches about the quality of AI and how we are implementing the tools?
So first of all, it's extremely important to continue to be curious about AI. Because again, it's moving so fast, Joa, you can't imagine. Very honestly, even us as technologists, as this is our job to be, I would say, on the upfront of the technology, to stay ahead and understand all the implication of all that technology. So please continue to stay curious about it, to try to understand technology's implication, etc. But now, as you've mentioned, in my opinion, any single user, anybody, regardless as a professional or as a personal, you must be, in addition to curiosity, to be cautious about the usage of AI.
Cautious. What do you mean with being cautious?
Yes, being cautious. Have you heard about the hype curve of Gartner before?
Yes.
Hype curve is very interesting, I would say, concept, because as any innovation or technology, at the beginning, everybody's excited. Okay, that's we go the hype, go to the top of the curve. Actually, Gen AI reached that point last year, 2024. Everybody was excited. Everybody was thinking about how can I use technology in my personal life, in my professional life, how I can be more efficient, more creative using AI. 2024, now 2025, we start to go down on that hype. You know what does that mean, Joa?
What does it mean?
It does mean that we start to understand the flip side of the coin. What's the implication of AI? What's the cost of AI? Where you need to be cautious? What's the side effect of AI? And that's where we are today. So that's why I say we need to be also cautious to understand how, okay, the AI is helping us, definitely. I'm pretty sure everybody is using AI day in, day out. But now how to use it in a cautious way that can, I would say, only help us to achieve our goals without impacting us significantly. That's where we are. And in the future, hopefully 2026 and onward, we're going to reach that plateau of the hype where we start to understand it, we start to master it, we know everything around it, the good and the bad.
Yes.
And then we will be able to reach that plateau and really efficiently using it. A lot of people, Joa, are comparing that to kind of relationship with a marriage or something. At the beginning, you fell in love. You only see I would say,
The good things.
The good things, exactly. And then you start also, after a couple of months, you start also to see the other part of it.
Yeah. Actually, my question that was related to this about being cautious.
Yes.
And like you were giving this analogy about like dating and
Yes.
then becoming aware of actually
Yes.
what is the impact that can create on you.
Yes.
My question about in a relationship, if you're talking about that, we need to be accountable. So who is accountable of being responsible in AI when we're talking about teams that are developing AI tools?
Yes.
Like, is it a particular member in the team that has a responsibility to look at the impact in a high level?
So that's a very important point. And to me, I really believe that the accountability is across the board. Accountability starts with those that are developing AI, the mega tech, giant tech companies like OpenAI, like bought by Microsoft, but Google and the rest. They are accountable toward the society to ensure that what they are giving us as toys are, I would say, safe for us as individual, for us as professional. So that's the first accountability. And as Ronald Reagan said, I trust, but I check, or something like that. Look, which means that, okay, as an individual or even as an organization, Joa, yes, you rely on them. They are big professional companies, but when you're going to use them, ensure that you have also your safety net. You need to be critical on how you're going to use it as a professional and as a person. And by the way, I don't know if you heard about the new top 10 skills that in 2025 that was released by, I think, World Economic Forum, to say those are the top 10 skills that we must master.
What is number one?
Critical thinking.
Okay.
I think so. But what was surprising is last year, artificial intelligence was part of the top 10. Now it's not. It's considered now as a tool that everybody has, and it's up to us to be cautious. So critical thinking, analyzing, and be sure that we look at the result of the AI in a, I would say, critical way.
Yeah, so like as we're talking about being critical and being also able to create and generate our own opinion, not only focus on what the AI is going to generate for us, but also being able to evaluate and with a critical mind thinking, is this going to be the right approach for the content that I'm exposing? Let's say most of us, we are close to AI using ChatGPT. I think it's probably the number one tool that has been exponentially growing.
Yes.
And much faster than Google. Like now, more searches are happening on ChatGPT and the new tools, Gemini, all of these, than Google. But it comes to like the sources of credibility. And as I was searching about it, it seems like ChatGPT is taking Wikipedia as one of the very first credible sources. I'm wondering, like, if there are any other ways to be creating authority on ChatGPT for those business owners that are trying to become the answer of so many questions asked in the ChatGPT platform.
Yes. So, in my opinion, Joa, there is different ways and level of, I would say, control and governance that you can put around the results or how you use AI tools. And I'll give you a specific example. As individuals or as a small and medium business, first of all, it's about that critical thinking that we've discussed about. Whenever you have, you're doing a research, first of all, check the resources that ChatGPT or Perplexity or any type of AI tools is providing you. And by the way, maybe you've noticed it a couple of maybe months ago, or let's say a year ago to be more safe. ChatGPT or Perplexity, they will not give us as users the resources by default. You need to ask.
Okay.
Now, we call that the transparency. It's one of the guiding principles that from a governance of AI, we put it together to ensure that everybody that is using AI can see, to your point, what's the sources that you use?
Yeah.
Wikipedia, or maybe it could be famous newsletters, like I say, New York Times or wherever. So at least it gives you the resource, the sources that it uses. So that's, to me, it's the foundational, basic, that in theory doesn't cost a penny to do it. It's us as users. We put and we train our people, train our teams members to be critical and look.
And not hallucinate.
we're gonna talk about hallucination it's one of my favorite topics, by the way.
Yeah, I would
But-
love to know like the correlation about being realistic with the approach or being just hallucinating with AI.
So again, with regards to hallucination, what's a hallucination by definition? It's imagining something that does not exist.
Okay.
And I don't know if you noticed that, Joa. AI, by definition, any type of, I would say, you named some, ChatGPT, Gemini, Claude, Sonnet, whatever. They usually don't disagree with you. Okay?
Yes, exactly. They always agree.
They're always agreeing. Okay? And to do that, their reasoning is built to try to align to your reasoning or to align to your prompt. And again, I did an experiment, and maybe you can do it as well. Ask something that is really, I would say, doesn't make any sense.
Okay.
And I've done the experience.
Yes.
I've asked ChatGPT about the typical day of half dog, half horse on the moon.
Exactly. So what was the
And-
answer?
And it provide me that on daytime is doing galloping on the moonlands, etc.
Okay.
It does not even put any nuance that does not exist. So they say, oh, as I would say, as a critical professional, I would have expect ChatGPT or the AI to tell me that, okay, that's an interesting, I would say, something that does not exist. And at least put that nuance that it does not exist and it's imagining it.
Can you teach the AI to say, hey, answer, like prompt it in a way that, hey, make sure that the answer makes sense with the current life?
That's so I think you are spotting something extremely important.
Okay.
It's like human being. The best the question is, the better the question is, the better the answer would be. If your question is precise, the answer is precise. So same thing for AI. So that's why we talk about prompt engineering, or even sometimes I'm gonna call it prompt structure. Give the AI a little bit of context. Why you're doing it? Example, as a technology thought leader. For me, when I want to brainstorm, I mention that. So again, it's gonna think about I'm a leader in the technology. I'm not a decision maker, for instance, but again, I am a thought leader. I want to think with the AI. And then you put your question, and then also you put what you don't want. So example, you're gonna say only in UAE or only in North America. So you also make it a little bit narrowed, the information that he's gonna use.
Yes, so the power of asking questions and prompting is powerful. To be honest, I started this podcast 8 years ago, and I learned so much in the last 8 years asking questions. And I think it's one of the fastest ways for you to experience the wisdom of other people and to actually be inspired. Like 8 years for me has been incredible, interviewing doctors, professionals, change makers, and all these kind of arenas that I never imagined the passion of people. So totally true. Like I'm my own ChatGPT with collecting answers of so many guests like today. And I wanted to also talk about one of the principles of AI, which it relates to sustainability. It's a big, important point because, as we know, AI are machines that are actually generating energy.
Yes.
And at the same time, we are in a planet that we must create more conscious in awareness about the sustainable country, the sustainable nation that we live, and even the global impact that we have with the AI machines.
Yes.
How do you see this happening, especially in the UAE, in terms of the sustainability awareness of how we are going to maintain this potential next technology that is going to be in everything?
So again, to me, I don't know if you remember or you're aware about on the 60s, there is, I think, a study that was showing with maths and models
Yes.
that around 2030, 2040, we won't have oil anymore for our cars.
Okay.
So I think there is some analogy on that, because at the time they did just a projection of, we are using this amount of fuel, the population and the number of cars going to grow.
This episode is brought to you by Rejuve, your go-to for tools that support health, energy, and performance. Today, we're talking about the compression boots, perfect for fast muscle recovery and lymphatic drainage. These boots gently compress and release your legs to boost circulation, flush out lactic acid, and reduce soreness. You can learn more about this in the website, and also remember that we have a special code for a special discount.
And the oil is limited. So they did some maths and they've said, okay, trajectory, the oil gonna, I would say, we won't have enough oil by, I think, 2030 or 2040.
Okay.
But they forgot that on the meantime, cars became more efficient. People start also to use more and more, I would say, trains in Europe and in America, etc. So buses became more efficient in using fuel. Sometimes, and now we have also electricity.
Yeah.
Same logic, in my opinion, will apply, Joa, for AI.
Yeah.
Because today, yes, from electricity perspective, all the giant data centers that are actually generating the calculation power to I would say, answer to our questions. Yes, today there is a specific, I would say, technology, there's specific, even materials that we are using that, in my opinion, they will change and become even more efficient. So we will be able to do the same type of calculation with less energy. That's first. Second, even us as human. I don't know if you've heard about how much please is costing in the prompt. People are putting please because we are used to ask people. It's like, can you give me, I would say, the top 10 schools in Dubai?
Yeah.
And then you say, please, because we're used to ask people.
Yeah.
That please is consuming energy. It's consuming millions of dollars. It's costing millions of dollars of unnecessarily calculation for OpenAI. And that's very interesting, because even for us, we're going to know that, you know what, you don't need to ask that. You don't need to be polite with ChatGPT, for instance. So even us, to do such, I would say, adjustments of how we interact with that technology, we can also become more efficient.
And at what extent we are actually training the capacity of people to learn the application and to minimize the impact of AI in our society?
Yes. So we are, again, we are learning. It's when generative AI started, when people, I would say the crowd heard about AI, it was when ChatGPT, I would say, was released.
Yeah, when it became public.
And then there is a kind of hype, and everybody now, it's not just using AI, but start to see opportunity to use AI on their day-to-day life. I was using it even to create new, I would say, exercise for my kids to do homework.
Yes.
Let's say I find that they are struggling with a specific topic. I take the same kind of exercise and I ask ChatGPT, can you generate one or two just to validate that my daughter understands and masters that? So that's a use case that I start to use technology to do it. Now, am I doing it more efficiently? Yes. Am I using more efficiently AI today? If you compare it to maybe 5 months ago, 12 months ago, definitely. And I'm pretty sure you are. So again, even that type of usage of AI, Joa, we are also learning. Technology giants are also putting more and more effort to be more efficient, consume less energy. Because again, sometimes when you think like any type of technology, Joa,
yes,
at the end of the day, it's a technology, it's using energy, is using a limited resource from our planet Earth. Does it worth it? Are we using it on the right place, etc.? Everybody today is using ChatGPT and AI.
And talking about that, by the way, just to give you a little bit of my stories, I love LinkedIn. I just love the stories of people sharing what they're doing in their life. And I noticed there is a lot of ChatGPT being used for the stories and the way how they're describing the post.
Yes.
And you literally can see, you can detect specific ways that you see, okay, this person didn't write this. This was clearly done by ChatGPT prompt, right? So what do you think is the most common mistake that business owners and content creators are not able to catch, but it's just taking away the authenticity of what it is to be a content creator itself?
So, in my opinion, 99.9% of people are using AI.
Why not? Why not?
Yes, you took LinkedIn, for instance. Okay? Again, some people are using it to create the content. Some people are using it to do some brainstorming about, I would say, specific topic, generate ideas. Some of them are using it also to do some spelling and grammatical verification, like me. My English is my third language. So again, it's very important to admit that you are using it for a specific purpose.
Yes.
Now, to your point, I'm pretty sure that you are highlighting those that are between bracket, copy pasting.
Yeah.
They are losing that authenticity. Elyes or Joa or Joe Blue or wherever.
Yeah.
We do have something unique on us. We were talking before starting the podcast about we have a mission in life, right?
Yes.
And that mission in life, social media, or I would say LinkedIn or other are me. AI is a tool. So it's the combination to put all that together. And again, never forget something. AI, it's a tool that can help you. It will not replace your thoughts. It will not replace your authenticity. And that's where, to your point, content creator or even us as professionals or thought leaders that want to use social media and use AI, it's important to use it. Because imagine that you read a post that there is 25 spelling mistakes. What are you going to say? Right?
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
Well, at least you're going to say, why he didn't use AI to correct that, right? At least.
Yeah.
But again, in my opinion, it's a combination, and it's the way how, as I would say, professionals, as influencers, we leverage that tool on our advantage to help us. It will not replace us. That's what I think about it.
Yeah, 100%. And, I don't know if you realize, Elyes, but your name has the AI in the last name.
Yes.
Have you realized about
Yes,
that?
yes.
So Elyes Elair. Oh,
Yes.
that was just part of your mission. Like talking about missions, it was right there in your name. So we were talking about like AI doesn't sleep. Huh? AI is just constantly there, working and working. I'm wondering, does Elyes sleep?
Yes, definitely.
What?
Otherwise,
You're so busy running so many businesses, ideas, startups, being a father, being a husband, and actually just curious about you because we are in the podcast Back into Alignment.
Yes.
One very important question that I love asking to my guests is the life in itself comes in cycles. It's not linear. It's not like always perfect and looking amazing. In the peaks and valleys in your life, was it a time that you felt that you lost track and felt disconnected? And what did you do to come back into alignment?
I would say many times, first of all, because to me, when you feel that you are a little bit lost or overwhelmed, or it's a sign that, for instance, you need to take a pause and think about what you're doing. Think about what you're doing in terms of, is it aligned to your purpose? Is it aligned to your strength? And you've mentioned that, for instance, that I love sharing knowledge, thoughts. Yes. Maybe you saw it, right? And when we meet, you feel it as well. I think it was in 2015. I was working for Canadian National Railway at that time in Montreal, and we did a kind of assessment called Stand Out. I don't know if you heard about it or not. It's an HR theory that says you must focus on your strength. And they did a lot of, it's a model that, if I'm not mistaken, it has 6 or 10 strengths.
Okay.
And you do a kind of assessment. I don't know how many questions they ask you. And at the end, they told you the top 2 or 3 are A, B, C, and you must focus on that. It's like you're in a band and you're good in guitar. Don't try to force to learn violin.
Okay.
Okay, you can like it, you can, I would say, extend your knowledge, but focus on your strength.
Yes.
And the two strengths that I have, first one is teacher, which means I value knowledge and I don't want to keep it for myself.
Yes.
I want to teach it to others. Would they benefit or not? That's another question, but I love, at least the area that I love about, which is technology, definitely. I love also personal growth, to help people to move, to be a better person on what they are doing, regardless, personally or professionally. And the second strength, I don't recall exactly the tag, but it was about the energy. It's like when I come into a room, people feel it, where I bring that positivity and energy to, I would say, have fun while we are doing our specific task. So, to your point, you've asked me about, do I sleep? Yes. Do I feel overwhelmed sometimes? Yes. But the most important thing is about our purpose. And to me, very honestly, Joa, I feel that I do have two purposes, at least from a professional perspective.
Okay.
First one is about organization. I feel that I can help them to achieve their goals. Leverage the technology in the proper way to maximize their added value to their business. Regardless if it's to bring more revenue or to reduce costs, that's another story. But there is, I would say, any organization, there is area of improvement. So that's, for me, it's kind of passion.
Through digital transformation.
For sure, I'm a technologist guy.
Yeah.
So I cannot tell you, for instance, you can bring X number of $1 million as an investor. I'm not that kind of person. I'm going to tell you this or that technology can help you to improve your revenues or reduce your cost. And on the other hand, that's from an organization perspective. And as I've mentioned earlier, Joa, I really love helping people to try to have a discussion with them, especially if they are on the technology side. Have a discussion with them, try to understand their strength, giving them some advices based mainly on my errors, because we learn, and my failures, because we learn more from our failures than our success, and share with them advices and area of improvement.
Yeah, no, amazing. And coming to Dubai for you, it's been a lot of adaptation as a newcomer. I don't know if you know, but the last year we received around the 500 newcomers per day in Dubai. Yes. 500 UAE new residents.
Yes.
Which is crazy.
Yes.
To imagine, I just imagine people like coming to the airport. 500 people every day are literally staying in Dubai.
Yes.
So it's a huge number. And it's like, imagine all of this part of talent coming to Dubai and all of these nationalities. It's 180 nationalities. So we have a lot of exchange or thoughts and ideas. So I'm wondering for you, how has been to adapt in Dubai and the process of becoming a voice that makes impact, especially with so much distraction happening. I'm wondering how has been for you the journey in Dubai so far?
So first of all, like those 500, I would say, newcomers per day, I was one of those 500 one day, right?
We were.
Yeah, we all were. So the objective is we looked at Dubai. We looked at all the, I would say, economic infrastructure. We said, you know what? There is a great, I would say, foundation that can help anybody that is ambitious and they have an idea or they have, I would say, some passion. And then you come and you find out also that, to your point, you're not alone. Okay.
Yeah.
There's a lot of competition as well, which is you have two choices. It's either you fight as, I would say, those are my competitors or they are doing the same thing as me. So, you know what, let's fight.
Yeah,
or let's
exactly.
Or you think about more like a blue kind of blue strategy, where you blue ocean strategy, and you think, you know what, we can work together and add, I would say, a Canadian experience to a Russian experience with an expertise from somebody from Singapore.
Yeah.
Guess what?
It's beautiful.
It's beautiful, and I don't know a lot of places around the globe that can offer that.
100%, yes.
Plus, you feel, and I was amazed. I don't know if you try it in Canada, for instance, or US, sending a message to somebody, tell him, I'm Elyes, blah, 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 I do this and that. Let's go grab a coffee. I'm very interested to know you. I'm pretty sure in Canada or so, you won't get, the response rate will be quite low. Here you can be impressed.
Yeah.
How people are open to discuss. Go grab a coffee, go to a restaurant, go to lunch, something. Discuss about opportunities, discuss about similar challenges, and collaborate together. And that's to me what makes me really love this place, because it's a land of opportunity, of collaboration, and also of innovation. You know, it's starting now the season of the events. Okay, I'm a technologist. Okay, so I can tell you, if I want to go to any and single event, I won't work. Okay, because there's 2-3 events per day now, starting in September.
Yeah.
Okay, and with also GITEX in October, and then this and then that, because everybody wants to come here, because they know that there is an opportunity to collaborate, to not only work as, you know, Dubai is a hub. You can come here, you can open your company and work for outside. Your clients could be in Europe, could be in Africa, could be, and they value Dubai. They value the innovation of people from Dubai. So I think we have as we say, inshallah, we're going to have very good years in front of us as technology influencer globally.
Yeah, no, we have such a privilege to be right now, right here in this beautiful place with so much going on, converging AI with sustainability, migration, millionaire migration. So we have so much here to share. And it's exciting. One question related to the AI in specific arenas. Let's say in real estate, have you noticed that there is now the use of AI for real estate, especially to give advice? Do you find this actually is objective, and would you buy from an AI evaluation and analysis, or would you prefer to work with a human?
So I think I'm a biased person,
Okay.
first of all, about AI, because as I've mentioned earlier, I know also about the flip side of the coin of AI. We've talked about hallucination, transparency, etc. So to me, at the end of the day, I want to deal with a human.
Okay.
For many reasons. But I really also am convinced that AI can play a role. Can you work 24/7, Joa?
Definitely not. Not at my best.
Exactly. So, but AI can help you. AI doesn't sleep. It works 24/7. Maybe, and especially in UAE, we have a lot of people from Vancouver that want to buy something here, right? I don't recall the number of hours between us and Vancouver, but I'm pretty sure you'll be sleeping if they want to call you on their daytime. Again, AI can replace you from that perspective, do the initial screening, validation, present some ideas, and then do that initial work for you, and then bring you the actual good customers.
Exactly.
On the other hand, I really also feel that AI can play a role with real estate to not only that part of, I would say, the live interaction, but also can play a role into brainstorming with the clients. I would say provide them ideas. Because AI, at the end of the day, is a tool. It has also a lot of data that it can use. And the more people that are using AI, the more data AI going to have. And potentially they can tell them, you know what, statistically speaking, again, I'm just thinking out loud, statistically speaking, you're 44 years old, you have 2 kids, you are working in technology, blah, blah, blah. You know what, that type of properties in this type, and you're going to maybe avoid the traffic. In Dubai, you know, traffic is quite important. You're going to avoid traffic. And they're going to bring all that story on behalf of you to the clients to help them think about the different options that they have.
Yeah.
So definitely real estate, it's one of the very interesting, I would say, area. Property and buildings. You can also imagine how we can be more efficient in using the energy, how we can be more efficient in building. I would say the
infrastructure,
etc. Leveraging all the data that it has, all the technical models. So to me, AI, you can use it.
Yeah, no, 100%. I work in real estate day and night. And plus, I do have a lot of support with AI tools. But I still feel people love the human interaction. Many times in our filtering our leads, we do get that, like, I don't want to talk to an AI agent. I prefer to speak to a human. Can I book a call with a human? So we get that a lot. So I feel like at the end, like you say, being able to have the tool to make it easier and faster to access the information that is there for us, but at the same time, being able to also be critical thinking to, is this actually truth? Is this actually the objective sources?
Let me give you an example,
Yes.
Joa. And again, AI is a tool. You need to use the tool for the right, what we call use case, for the right usage.
Yes.
Do you agree with me when I say picking, either from rental perspective or from buying perspective, your house, it's an important decision. So it's not like, you know what, maybe you can deal with end-to-end about, I would say, which book you want to buy.
Yeah.
End-to-end, you don't even need to talk to anybody because the end result, the decision, it's not that, I would say, important for you, or the impact won't be that important if you made an error.
Yeah.
But buying or renting a house, that's another story.
You can blame it on the machine. It's like, where can I suit you?
Exactly. So it's the same logic that applies for AI, because we are seeing it. We've talked earlier about hallucination. The story that I gave you about half dog, half horse on the moon. What's the implication of hallucinating? It made me laugh and then say, that's a perfect example of hallucination. But think about it, about a hallucination in healthcare.
Yes, exactly.
Okay?
Yeah.
The impact is way much bigger.
Yeah.
And that's why, as any technology, and especially new technology, my advice is start slow. Use it for some area of your business, of your life, that are less important.
Yeah.
Technology it's ramping up in terms of maturity, as well as our knowledge as users. So let's start slow on stuff that maybe if it works, fantastic, we're going to be more efficient. But if it didn't or failed, it's not that important. And then you move to more complex, fully automated stuff. I don't know if you've heard about the technology that it was from Canada, that I think Dollarama used it.
Okay.
And I don't know if you heard about it. It's a fully automated solution
Okay.
using AI that the first day as a Dollarama employee sees a person, it's his first day of work.
Okay.
Period. So for the entire HR process, from screening, first calls, validation of resumes, skills, first, second, third, potentially interviews, negotiation of the contract, salary, everything is done automatically. Mm-hmm. And the first day that somebody sees a real person, it's on her first day of work. So to me, maybe it's an exception.
Yeah.
But we are not ready in all of the industries. You've mentioned real estate, I've mentioned healthcare.
Yeah.
I don't think that we are ready for other industry to be full-blown, fully automated, relying on technology. My advice as a technologist, let's go one step at a time, crawl, walk, and run.
Yeah. Wow. Yeah, it's incredible. Literally, AI could be integrated on every aspect of our life. And I would love to have you again in my podcast. I just love to learn so much from you in such a short time. I usually invite guests every year, but with you, I have to invite you every 3 months in order to keep up. It's incredible. But my final question today, because we have to wrap up, and it's related to you as a human. If you would have to tell advice to yourself younger related to AI, what would be something that you want to remove about fear about AI? If you feel, what would be number one advice for those people that are still feeling that the friction with AI?
So again, it's about curiosity. It's to be curious and to try. To your point, at the end of the day, what we want as professionals, as adults, or as a human being, we want to be happy somehow, right? Happy somehow, what does that mean? It means that we do something that we love. We do something that we are good at. And yes, that is, we have also enough money to, I would say, pay what we want. And to me, what is very, very, very important as, I would say, younger generation, people that are, or they want to switch their career, be curious. Again, I'm repeating myself.
That's it, yes.
But this time, not about AI as a technology to try it, but AI as a field to test, to learn. And to maybe you're going to do it and you're going to find out, you know what? It's not something that I want to do day in, day out as a professional. But you're going to learn something that's going to help you to be a better, I would say, human being, maybe in another field. So to me, I don't know if you know that, Joa, when he said, you fail and fail fast. But the point is, try. It's like when, as I remember my youngest, when he's starting to walk. Was he thinking about failing when he's trying to stand up to walk? No, he's thinking about his objective. I want to walk. He failed thousands of times. So to me, that's my advice. Be curious. Try. Again, if you fail, it's okay. It's part of the learning curve. Mm-hmm. And then I'm pretty sure if you will not do AI or if you will not be specialized on AI, you will be a heavy user of AI somehow in your day-to-day work.
Yeah, so take it easy and be curious. Excited. So I am going to be following every day for the next 3 months and perhaps have you again. And thank you so much for coming and enjoy the next network events that you will be there.
Thank you very much, Joa. It's my pleasure and very, very happy to be here today as well as in the upcoming months. 100%. More than happy to do that. And very, 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 I really like, I would say, your podcast. I really like the topics that you're bringing. Try to discuss with people and the quality of people that you're bringing also in your podcast. So please keep going and I wish you all the best.
Thank you. And if you want to connect with Elyes, I will be sharing his contact and his LinkedIn to follow his journey.
If you liked this, smash that subscribe button and click the bell so you never miss a video.